Tony, Tony, wherefore art thou, mine little Tony? Oh, chubby, pasty British waif boy, off in the distance, dipping G.I. Joe's feet in the butter. Tony, Tony. It's Loathsome Things.
Nice.
Horror movie podcast. My name is John, and with me as always is my co-host Josh. Josh, this is the part where I ask you all organically how you're doing.
Oh, I'm so good. I'm like a G.I. Joe that just can't keep his pants up.
Oh, look, his trousers fell down. Fuck off, Tony.
Don't whip out your snake at the table, Tony! Yeah. I'm doing well. It's good. The world is good. All of the things happening in it are good.
Sure.
And I'm wealthy. I'm so wealthy. So it doesn't matter.
Oh, man, what a stroke of luck.
Oh, man, thank God I was born all totes wealth balls.
Yeah, that's great. That's just great. Yeah.
Thanks,
Sure.
bro.
Yeah, my heart.
And yourself.
Oh, you
yeah.
never ask. Pretty much the same. I mean, I scoured the internet right before we came on, trying to find something going wrong in the world. I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, it's all really good.
Everyone's getting along. I mean, what more is there to say? I'm doing great. I also, as you know, am extremely wealthy, and just loving life in every way, every measure, every form, every fashion, every Christ's passion. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that was
Okay.
good. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
That was like one of the Ringo songs that didn't make it onto the album.
The Yellow Bumblerine.
Yes, the Chartreuse Dirigible.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
The Magenta Wolverine.
Oh, that drummer.
So, we've gathered here on this holy occasion to do something extremely exciting. I'm going to say extremely a lot today. Apparently that's the word. You never quite know what the word is going to be. Today, apparently for me, it's extremely.
I don't know. Apparently, sure seems to be shaping up as a contender.
Yeah. Apparently so.
Good.
Oh, man. I have a question.
Oh, I hope you will ask it.
What does that say? Make Marf 7?
Make
7. Make 7.
Make
okay.
7? Yeah.
Sure.
In 2 weeks, I'll show you what's on the other side of that t-shirt.
Oh, man. I can't wait.
On the tits of my seat. Speaking of tits and researching wildly on the internet, just before we started recording, I looked up to see whether or not Mariam Dabo was 18 or not when this film was recorded, before I started talking about Spider-Maning viciously while watching this movie.
Okay. So you could get the moral thumbs up before soft soaping your way around the house.
Whoa! Soft soaping! Oh, it's so uncomfortable. John, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What? What?
Well, it's funny. That's funny you kind of asked that, because today we are here to discuss a film that I incorrectly said was released in 1992. It was.
What a douche!
It was in fact released in 1983, made in 82. The release was slightly delayed, I believe, until 83. Whatever. I am, of course, talking about a little film by the name of Xtro, directed by Harry Bromley Davenport.
Oh, that guy's not English.
Not even a little bit. He wrote it, he directed it, he wrote all that really good music, and he somehow managed to locate $60,000 and make this movie.
Yeah.
Anyone who goes on the internet, which is everyone, has probably seen an infamous clip from Xtro, which has a weird creature that looks like it's backwards walking across a street at night and scaring people in a car. That was all I ever knew about Xtro, other than the name, for years. And somewhere along the way, I found out where that shot came from. And then the guys on Forever Midnight, a much superior horror movie podcast, did an episode on Xtro, and it was fucking hilarious. And I've wanted to watch it ever since. And I am so glad I did, because Xtro is fucking amazing.
It really is.
It's like E.T. meets Possession meets Street Trash, or so. I don't know. It's like, it's amazing.
Yeah. It's like, what if E.T. the horror movie version, and also, I guess I just recently watched Alien, so I was really big into ovipositors and shit.
I know, it's amazing. It's a surprisingly disgusting film. I was pretty impressed with the effects. I mean, the creature effects are pretty terrible, but the gore, they're great though, they just don't pull a lot of punches in this movie.
Nope. They've got that, like, 1970s really, really red blood that I love. Like, easily my favorite kind of red blood. And, oh man, it's tremendous. With the caveat of there just being big, low-hanging donkers of boringness in the middle.
Yeah. The as one might assume, the film itself is terrible, but it does make up for it with some pretty hilariously bad acting. Particularly, my favorite character, I think, is Joe, the American photographer, who's like a complete wise-ass dickhead. The movie itself is fairly stupid, but it delivers on the effects big time.
Nice. I will say, my least favorite thing about this movie is not Joe, the guy who says, and I'm quoting here, "Look British, think Yiddish." That's great.
That was Joe, wasn't it?
My least favorite... Yeah, that's Joe.
Oh, okay.
He's not my least favorite thing in the movie. My least favorite thing in the movie is Tony and all the bullshit surrounding him making his toys come to life to kill people, especially the small person clown. That can go fuck itself immediately right in the movie hole.
It was just kind of like, where are we going with this? Okay.
Yeah. You see, in the movie E.T., there's stuff with the toys. What if we did that, but really stuck it in all the way?
It's just like, man, this is uncharted territory.
But, super great movie. Yeah, I love it. I can't wait to dig into it toothily.
I know, it's going to be great. It was, of course, considered a video nasty, was even prosecuted for obscenity, and yet won a full release, if you know what I'm talking about.
Nice. Hey,
full release.
Gross.
Okay.
We've got Philip Sayer as Sam Phillips. Weird. He looks like your average, everyday missing Brody brother.
Yeah.
We've got Bernice Steggers as Rachel Phillips, his wife slash ex-wife or something.
Mm-hmm.
Got Danny Brainin, the looks English, thinks Yiddish guy.
Yeah.
He's the new boyfriend who is there now that stuff happened. And we've got Simon Nash as Tony Phillips, the young child boy. And then Miriam D'Abo as Annalise, the live-in sex pot French maid.
Mm-hmm. With a terrible fake French accent.
Really bad fake French accent.
She is the first cousin to Olivia D'Abo, who was actually kind of famous. I thought they were the same person. That kind of freaked me out. She was in the Living Daylights, the one of the worst James Bond movies. I liked it anyway. Nice. What else was kind of interesting? Philip Sayer, the guy that plays Sam, the dad, was in The Hunger, which I will be picking one day, and that's going to be agonizing, even though I love it. The woman that plays the mom was in a horror movie in 1980 called Macabre, which was supposed to be pretty good. I don't know. And
not the one that we watched, though.
No. And then, no, not that one. Not that bucket of crap. And then the lady that played... the guy that plays Joe, the boyfriend, was in Yentl.
Oh, yeah.
Just had to get that. Oh, and Simon Nash, the one who plays Tony, was in Fuck All.
Nice.
Because he sucks, and I hate it.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. I feel like he's giving a little bit of Damien energy, but not in a good way.
Yeah, I agree. He's disgusting little pudgy-faced demon child.
Yeah. Completely unlike Damien.
Yeah, that's true. He is pretty much the same person.
Miriam D'Abo was also in Dr. Zhivago. That's very good stuff.
That is good
and,
stuff.
And this year was in a horror movie called The Baby in the Basket, which looks terrible amazing.
Oh, well, congratulations to her for hanging in there and only getting there.
Yeah. So yeah, that's this movie. Good job, HBD. You did it, and we thank you.
Now we will tear it apart and make it look even worse.
Oh yeah.
Father Sam Phillips and his son Tony are playing outside in the yard of their farmhouse on their lovely British country farm. They're throwing a stick, which is always a good time, with the dog. And Sam decides, for some reason that doesn't really make any sense, to throw the stick over the fucking house, which magically opens a portal into another dimension-ish. And suddenly it's nighttime, and there's a big glowing hole over the house, and Sam is abductified by a bright beam of light.
Yep.
Okay. Later on, we see that the light has returned on maybe another night. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Plants a fiery seed in the murky forest pit. And there's a big fire because there's a fire. We see a weird ass looking alien thing busts up out of the mire and heads off for the road because it's gonna, take a walk. And it looks fucking badass. It was apparently a mime in a suit, which is amazing. And that's this is the famous shot. You get it right away. And a couple is driving through the country when they see this thing and hit it. The man gets out to check on it and, of course, yells at the woman because she couldn't possibly help it anyway. She's a woman. Come on.
Yeah.
he goes and goes to the area where he predicts that the thing is. I don't know where he thinks he hit it. And he finds some sort of damaged animal in the brush, and suddenly the thing wakes up and eye sprays the man to death.
Oh, man.
With mouth spray. I don't know what it is. This alien can do all kinds of things with its orifices.
Yeah.
Then, you don't really... Oh, yes, that's right, you do. The woman is in the car, freaking... she's going to drive away, and then all of a sudden, she's attacked and killed, and her foot goes through the steering wheel, and it's the long symbolic horn of death that lets us know that she is in fact dead. We cut to a pudgy little demon child named Tony. We've seen him playing catch with a stick earlier. He's whining and walking towards his mom's bedroom, and it's horrible. And then he opens the door, "Mom, mother," and his mother is getting the big hammer from her boyfriend, Bazooka Joe. Yeah. Then we see the Creacho vision outside of a house. Turns out that the alien has found a house with a blonde lady in it. Convenient.
Yep.
He manages to get in. She hears, something's going on. She's looking around the house trying to figure it out. She finds her way into the reddest room of all time. And is suddenly attacked out of frame by the alien, and is mouth impregnated with an alien dick arm.
Yep.
As, it happens.
Yeah.
Back to Tony in bed, because, really, we haven't gotten enough of that. Mom is really, she's worried about the fuck bust, and so she goes to check on him, wants to make sure he's okay, probably wants to know, how much she has to explain. But then instead she discovers that Tony is covered in blood for no reason. She demands that Joe call a doctor. Joe's response is so fucking great. He's like, "What's he done?"
Yeah.
It's like, the kid is covered in blood. Joe immediately assumes that Tony has murdered someone, which, to be fair, tracks.
Yeah. Yeah.
The doctor makes a house call, and Tony's tippy-top. There's nothing wrong with him other than him being a pudgy little demon child, and the fact that he was just covered in someone else's blood. So the doctor takes a sample of his blood, and not a concern. Tony tells the doctor Daddy sent it, and that works. That's good enough for the doctor. Because, hey, what are you going to do? It's fine. They decide it's a hilarious prank. Doc and Joe kind of talk it out. They're like, that's a really good prank. That Tony kid he's a funny kid.
I like how this is like just the very tip of the child abuse and endangerment allegorical iceberg, because it's just rampant throughout this thing. This kid shows up, he's in bed covered in blood, and they're just like, here we go. It's psychology 101, you guys.
They're just like, yeah, I'm sure it's just a prank. He misses his dad.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, sure. He just woke up covered in blood.
Yeah,
but it's because he misses his dad.
So much blood that if it had come from him, he would be dead. And they're like, kids these days.
The doctor says, maybe he should see a professional. Well, I'm off. And then he leaves, and Annalise pops in, the blonde au pair sex lady. And she gets all weirdly paranoid about therapy. She's like, "Yeah, no, he cannot go to therapy. Don't be a fool. Here are my babies." And then we go back to the house with the attacked lady, who is laying on the floor. Well, she's rolling around and moaning and covered in blood. And then she's laying on the floor, and she's like mega preg balls, like giganto preg balls. And it's really disgusting. And her belly's like distending and just stretching out. And she's like getting ready to start.
So good.
She starts birthing a fully formed Sam. In the meantime, the dog is in the background eating the like melted alien guts. It's epic. It's so good.
It's so disgusting. Whenever we see him birthing out,
yes,
we like see like the latex flesh of her belly just like ripping in chunks. It's so good.
It's incredible. And then he's like chewing. Man. He chews his own umbilical cord off, which is about 3 inches in diameter. It's just like, what the hell? What is happening?
It's like if Rambo was born.
Oh, it's amazing. New Sam showers off with the like lowest pressure shower head, and then goes back and steals the clothes off the guy that he eye killed or breath killed or whatever earlier. Takes the car, which still has the dead lady in it. And then, that's when we see the dog in the background. That's right. But it's fucking amazing. Anyways, in the morning, it's morning again. Tony and Mom are having a regular kid was bloody last night, but I'm not freaked out breakfast. And Tony is playing with his, I don't know what that I don't think it's an actual G.I. Joe. It's more like a G.I. like, I don't know, what's a British name? G.I. Gavin?
Bobby?
Zing. It's a G.I. Bobby, and he's putting G.I. Bobby's feet in the fucking butter, which if I saw my kid put his G.I. Joe's feet in the butter, I would kill him.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be the end of the movie right there. Kids are it's a little bitch, that kid.
Disgusting.
They all live together in a magenta Wolverine. With it's Rachel and her kid Tony and Bazooka Joe and Annalise, the boobage lady. So,
and they have their house has an old lady that lives downstairs. That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have an upstairs part where you climb the stairs into a loft space that's his photography studio, but then the photography studio looks down onto another space where he has models traipsing around in costumes.
It's like a 40-story house, apparently.
It doesn't make any sense, and I love it.
And then later we find out that a Stalinist maintenance man lives there as well, apparently. Which, okay. So the fully grown Sam alien baby returns to the car, takes Eyeball's duds, drives off with purpose. He calls his wife, or, Sam's wife, I guess you could say. I don't know. He calls his wife on a payphone, but he can't speak because he's been alienated. And then he leaves, and then when we see the phone just hanging from the thing, it's on fire. Because it's on fire. Back to the gang. Rachel asks Joe if he can wake Annalise, which he does. And at that point in the movie, I was like, they're totally gonna fuck, which they don't.
They don't! It's so what is happening?
It's such a setup. I mean, it's just like, he even like peels her blanket off and is like, Annalise. It's like, okay, whatever. You make a shitty movie, you gotta have that in it. Looking at you, HBD.
HBD.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Mom discovers that Tony, who's still playing this fucking G.I. Bob, she makes him. But he's also now. She discovers that his snake Harry is with him at the breakfast table, and so she orders him to put him back in the tank, and he's all, "I'm Mom, but I'm a pudgy demon child." And then Annalise takes him to school. But first, before they leave the house, he's like molested by the old lady, which is really creepy. She's all, "Oh, look, he's such a lovely little chap." We discovered that they're being followed by Sam Alien. we see the car that Sam had used to drive into town parked in some parking lot, and some fucking guy in a van just drives in and rear ends the car really hard, and then gets out. He's just got a smile on his face. He's just like, "Oh, sorry, man. I just guess I didn't. Oh, well, that's odd. Oh," and then he opens the door, and she's got like raw liver sticking out of her fake wound in her gut. Like, she's completely.
Yeah.
It's great. And then he freaks out, and it's really important to the plot.
It has no bearing on the plot whatsoever.
They try to make it have something to do with the plot, but as you'll see when we get there, it completely doesn't work.
Yeah.
Annalise, now we're getting down to the business with Annalise. She's fully naked, as is her boyfriend, who she's fucking at the apartment. The phone rings, cock block, it's Rachel. She sends Annalise to the store to buy food, possibly liver, apparently. And she says that Rachel, will pick up Tony after school. Upstairs in Joe's studio, he is taking pictures with his model, Paula, and he says, "Stop drooling." And then Rachel leaves to go pick up Tony. I didn't get that part.
Yeah, he's constantly a dick to his model. He tells her that, like, it's like, pretend that you're not modeling, like orthopedic shoes, you dumb idiot, or, like something
right.
like that. He's just abusive and dismissive to her constantly, and she's just down there, and she's nice. Later on, she, like, sees his girlfriend, and she's just like, "Oh, hi, nice to see you again." Like, she's a lovely human being, and he just treats her like garbage.
He's a horrible person. Rachel arrives at the school and discovers that Sam had already picked Tony up. Sam, who, as I soon find out, has been missing for 3 fucking years. Where did they tell us it was 3 years? Everyone's the same age. Even Tony's the same age.
This is new information to me. I didn't realize it was 3 years.
Just out of nowhere, the dude just shows up, picks Sam up, and she's alarmed, but not that alarmed. So she takes off, tries to find them, and manage. And then it's like, "Don't look back" or "Don't look now" with the kid who's always like just out of eye shot, like you're just about to. "Oh, Tony, hello, mother!" And then he runs away through some arch in some darkened old building or some shit or whatever. She climbs up on some sort of
surrounded by columns, right?
Yeah.
They're like at like the official columnar Roman part of fucking England.
Yeah. I mean, the Romans were, had a pretty heavy presence, but I don't remember anything in London looking like that. But apparently, it's London, so whatever. I read that, I didn't know.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, what are you gonna do? Yeah. So she finds them in this area, this formal, antiquated place. I don't know what the fuck it is. Sam is under some sort of darkened arch, and he comes out and makes himself seen. I don't know. In the meantime, Tony's just running around like a fucking asshole, like, "Hello, mother," and just running. It's just so I hate this kid so much. So then, like, Rachel asks him, "Where have you been?" Which, is 3 fucking years. He doesn't really have an answer because he doesn't remember anything, but she slaps him in the face. Well, then he tells her he doesn't remember anything, so I'm sure then she's like, "Okay, well, sorry about the slap."
Oops,
and
sorry.
Then, the more this guy talks, then it's like, what is this guy's accent? Like, at first I thought he was supposed to be American, then I realized no, and his accent was terrible. I don't know what was going on. It was one of those weird, like, German guy trying to sound British, but he was raised in England, so he's trying to sound like a German guy, sounding like he's British. I don't know. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate that character.
All of the accents in this movie are just really wildly off-putting.
They are. It's weird.
Yeah.
So Sam just comes home with them and essentially just moves in. Like, right away, Rachel's got him, like, gussied up in, I guess it was Joe's clothes, and he's drinking booze and, you know, like just chilling. He tells Rachel about how he was abducted into this light up in the sky and all this crap, like, you know, suddenly remembers something. Joe comes home and is absolutely overjoyed to have Sam back. And that's when they have a little bit of a conversation, and Joe says something about look British, think Yiddish. I don't know what that means, but did you get that line? I didn't get that line.
I think it was, like, money? Like, I think he's talking about how he's good at making money?
Oh, wow. He's ugly, but he can make money. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
It's like, you just wait. I'll be in Yentl later.
I'm not attractive, but I'm definitely anti-Semitic. You know what I'm talking about, Sam? So...
I'm one of the 3 indistinguishable men in this movie.
No shit. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah. I had a really hard time telling whether or not he was cheating on her with the French lady until, like, I went down and I was like, wait, no, that guy's got different bumps in his forehead creases. It's a different guy.
It's like, you know, I've already rewound this part like 7 times just to look at her. Now I've got to do it again to figure out if that's actually Joe.
It's like, oh, dang it, I counted the ribs betwixt her breasts again instead of looking at that guy's face.
Step aside, Puffy. I'm trying to identify Joe. Okay, I'm going to hell.
Good.
In every religion. Yeah. Sam. Oh, boy. Tony walks in on Sam, like Sam, that's right, they're at the table, they're eating, they're always at the table, they're at the table eating the adults.
They're eating the adults.
Yes, and Joe makes this big production about how him and Rachel are going to get married, and Sam doesn't like that, so he throws an empty wine bottle at Joe, and then gets up and goes into Tony's room. I don't even know where Tony's probably dropping one or something. And he goes and he starts eating Harry the male snake's eggs, and they're apparently like filled with caulking. I don't really understand how that worked.
I love the way he eats the eggs. Instead of like popping them into his mouth, he just squeezes them in the palm of his hand and then licks them off of his skin.
It's like he like he makes his hand flat, puts an egg on it, crushes it on his chin, and then just kind of wipes it up until it goes into his mouth. It's like, I love when movies have aliens in them that they just look like giant tumors with sharp teeth, but they somehow are like incredibly technically adept. So I love that.
I can create a spaceship, but I cannot get food into my mouth.
But I do really cool things when I sort of vampire-like suck people. So,
yeah.
For no reason. Yeah, it's freaked out. So anyways, Tony freaks the fuck out and bolts and immediately unbuttons his shirt, open-chested, and runs out in the rain. And his dad gives chase. The snake, Harry gets out, I guess because the cage was up, or the tank was left open or whatever. Rachel immediately assumes she can't find Tony. Immediately, her response is, Sam has taken him. I'm like, why do you let this guy stay in your house when, like, you can't find Tony for 2 seconds? You immediately assume that Sam has abducted him, which he has. So, she and Joe go off to go find them. Sam finds Tony first, hiding somewhere, and it's all creepy and dark, and, you know, because it's in the middle of the day. And
and where is that place? It's just like it's like if an alleyway was also a barn.
I know. It's like an urban manger. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, it is. It's ye old downtown manger. There's like hay and just loose beams of wood, but also cobblestone streets and like where are we?
People drinking flasks of mead. It was really off-putting. So,
oh fuck yeah.
So Tony and Sam have a little chat. Sam tells him that he was taken into a ship or whatever and hauled off to another world so that he could be changed in order to be able to live there, and that it's just fucking awesome there. And then
it's so rad.
I mean, it just sounds great. And then he starts sucking on Tony's neck through this weird, stretchy blood pocket thing on his neck that forms. It's so gross looking.
It is. So he's like, come here, son, I'm gonna, like, clean you off a little or something. And then he just assaults his own child by blowing a skin bubble into his neck.
And drinking blood through it.
It's so awesome and really disturbing.
It really is.
It's giving The Last of Us whenever they do that thing where they, like, breathe the like spores into the person. It looks like that, but if 1982.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Rachel and Joe have returned home because, you know, they didn't find them. And then, of course, the boys are home already. They were just out getting sweets, apparently, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Then we cut to that old lady in her place. She's watching the news, and that they've discovered a dead lady in a car. Oh. And it doesn't matter at all. We're at the table again, you know, where we generally are. Sam kind of flirts with Annalise a little bit, tells her that she's cute or whatever. And then Tony's off in his room in the dark, acting weird. Well, he's always acting weird, but he's in his room being himself, and just happens to discover that he has magical powers because he can make his little aluminum toy that you push the thing down and it spins real fast and lights up. He can do that with his brain.
He's only got shitty 1950s child toys.
He's able to make it fly and spin. Yeah. Oh man, this is going to be good. Back at the table, Annalise is questioning Sam about Tony's dreams because she doesn't believe in therapy. You just do it. You just do it this way. Joe that's when he makes the big announcement in the wine bottle. Okay, whatever. Anyways, Sam goes to talk to Tony because he wants to give him the alien powers are good speech. And in the meantime, Harry climbs through the floor down into the old lady's apartment through a light fixture in her ceiling, like a candelabra type thing, chandelier or whatever. She's making salad and freaks the fuck out when she discovers Harry in her salad when she's about to serve her plate. Freaks out, throws Harry on the table, and bashes him to death with a wooden meat tenderizer that she borrowed from Nigel in Writer's Retreat. What?
Yes. I was just like, why does she have a meat tenderizer handily available while making a salad?
Well, you see, Josh, she's making what's known as a crushed tomato salad.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Classic British dinner.
You pulp 7 beefsteak tomatoes, throw them in the trash, and then make a salad. And then, in a stroke of genius, she takes the snake and puts it in a plastic bag and goes and knocks on Rachel's door and gives it back. That is amazing. I would totally flush that thing down the toilet or throw it in the trash. I'm not giving that fucking thing back.
Well, it's all dead. She obliterates it with the thing, so it wasn't just that she wanted to kill it and leave Tony with the hope that maybe he'd be reunited with his steak. She wanted to traumatize the kid. Here's a bag of your snake's pulped remains. You're a bad child.
Here's your snake bag. Oh, man. So good.
One bag of snake coming up.
It's now nighttime, and we discover that Sam likes to huff gas. turns on. Apparently they have a garden hose hooked up to like a gas valve in the wall. It just coiled up on the floor, and he picks it up and turns it on, and it's just like, oh, it's off his chest.
Taking big old bong rips off of the gas tube that they have hanging out in the house.
It was moments like that where I'm just like, this movie is so fucking great. I love this movie.
And I love that like comes back around later in the most useless way possible.
Yes, it does. I know, it's great. Oh God. Rachel, we find that she's basically conflicted now. She wants to get a little with Sam again, but she's still got Joe, and what a prize he is. Tony is pissed. He's pissed off about Harry. He wanted to kill the old lady earlier using his magic, but Sam was like, wait until later because it will matter so much. And then everyone goes to bed, and he uses his powers, Tony, to take his 1930s wooden flippity clown toy on the string thing and makes the clown come to life, and it's a midget or little person. Sorry, that was the wrong word. A little person in a clown costume. I mean, it's way more offensive than I could ever make it. And it's like his little evil minion. I don't know why aliens would have the power to do that, but they do. He sends
well, for when you need it.
Yeah, well, and apparently he does. Because then they have a little bit of fun time together. That's not what it sounds like, but they probably did that too.
Oof.
And then he comes up with this great idea to take his G.I. Bob and make him life-size, and then sends him over to the old lady's house where he sets a charge on the door to blow it open, like all G.I. Joes, and then goes inside and shoots a harpoon at her and misses, and then busts out his machine gun, and he ends up bayoneting her through the credenza or whatever it is that she's hiding under while wacky electronic cartoon music plays and badass red paint blood goes all over the floor, and it's amazing.
It's so good. I love that the G.I. Joe just like has all of the accessories. He's got the chain cutters that he uses to cut her little slidey protection chain. Then he has like a demolition charge to blow through the lock on the door, and the harpoon gun, and the M16, and he's wearing a helmet. He got the really good G.I. Bobby.
That's just, it's wonderful. It really is. It does, it warms the heart. In the morning, Joe gets up and packs his bag and fucks off upstairs to work. I don't know why he did take such a huge bag with him when it's right above them. And then he goes up there, and Rachel goes up there. Well, first she sends Annalise off to do some shit with Tony, and then she finds she's talking to Annalise in the laundry room, and she finds this photo, which is of course a photo of the woman that was killed by the Somalian, or just the alien, and a big wad of cash, because wad of cash. So she questions Sam about it. He doesn't. I don't know. And then Annalise fucks off with Tony, apparently. And then Rachel goes upstairs to visit Joe, who's drinking wine at like 9 in the morning. And she tells him that she's going to go with Sam, and only Sam, to the old farmhouse just to check on the place. And Joe's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my long lost husband to the fuck bunker and just have a normal time.
Yeah, fuck bunker. Oh man, that's so good.
Okay, wait, I have to rewind us back because so the guy, so it's the couple from that saw him in the street, that, like, whenever he was a upside down mime alien, and so he donned that guy's gay apparel, including his skin and his pants, and it turns out that what was inside that gentleman's pants, he's driving with his wife down a forested road in England in the middle of the night, listening to the most English music possible in all of humanity, and what he had in his pocket was a wad of bills and a photo of the lady sitting next to him in the car. Not a wallet, no ID.
Nope. No.
But that stuff.
And this is supposed to be some... Of course, Rachel thinks that he has some lady somewhere, and of course that he's loaded.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of that. She mentions it, but it doesn't go anywhere. So that was riveting. Okay. So then, yeah, Joe's like, whatever. So then she takes off with Sam, heading out to the ranch. Back home with Tony, Annalise's boyfriend shows up again, and she pisses off to her room for more boom boom.
Yeah.
Tony is irritated because she tells him she's going to go lie down in her room, and he's like, "Oh, you're always lying down." Fucker. So keep that in mind, because he's irritated. Mid-hump. Mid-hump, Tony tries to come into the room because he's a pudgy little demon child. And he wants to play hide and seek, and he's very persistent. During the game, which of course she has no choice but to play one game, she tracks Tony out of the house in their game, because of course he's playing hide and seek in London. And it's like, finds her way, I don't remember where she ends up, back in the house, I guess, where she gets clocked in the head with a giant rubbery hammer by the clown who's hiding in a fucking Eve, like he's suddenly like Kato in fucking Pink Panther or whatever.
Sick reference, yes!
It just came to me. Tony then latches on and starts drinking blood through her belly through this weird network of bubbly raised bubble tube things. It's so disgusting.
Yes.
It's really
so
gross.
Good.
And they keep showing his face, and his eyes are like rolling back and stuff. It's pretty hilarious. And they linger on that for quite a while. Rachel and Sam arrive at the farm. She discovers that the gas has been on. And she's like, "I wonder how long this has been. Please open all the windows, Sam." So obviously Sam's been living there for 3 years, and it never even dawns on her, well, so what, the gas has been on for 3 years, and you have living plants, potted plants all over the house, and fucking sheep running all over the hills. It's like, what?
And it doesn't make sense, because we saw the alien spaceship land, and an alien impregnate that lady, and at not the farmhouse, and then it gives birth to him. What?
Yeah, it doesn't. It's like, okay, that's all right, fine. I guess we're just supposed to accept that he's been living there for and why 3 years? Why does it even matter? It's not relevant.
Yeah, I don't see how he lived there. Like, when, because they just found that lady's body, and it wasn't like she's been dead in the car for 3 years. And so he.
I think what it is he's been abducted for 3 years, and he's just come back to Earth.
But then there was no reason for him to go to the farmhouse and breathe gas.
There isn't. And why would he come? No, there's not. You're right. And why come back to Earth at all? What, they can only breed because through humans, I guess, or something, or other animals or something?
But only if they're... No, I don't understand why why did he kill the first lady whose husband was yelling at her to get back in the car and then go impregnate another? Is it that he can only impregnate a lady while wearing a human skin?
Maybe.
But then he uses his ovipositor even though he's wearing a human skin, but also it'll work with a penis? What's happening?
It's very convoluted. It's so convoluted that it's almost like it doesn't matter, like you just don't care. Because you can't.
Yeah.
You try to think about it, you're done. Like, you're just going to have to turn the movie off and go cry.
Look, this movie is fantastic, but what the fuck is happening?
That's okay, because it's about to make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Back at the house, Anna's boyfriend is now looking for her because, you know, she got clowned. And Tony sends a toy tank in to attack the boyfriend. Well, he doesn't send it in, it's there, but he animates it to attack the boyfriend. And it's like very slowly chasing him around the house with extremely powerful mortar rounds shooting out of the cannon or whatever. And he stumbles his way into the bathroom and finds Anna like all cocooned up in this disgusting egg sack.
It's so good.
In the bathtub. And then all of a sudden he's killed by a black fucking panther. Yeah. The disgusting egg sack. A black panther.
Is it even one of his toys? Did we ever see him have a Black Panther toy, or is there just now a Black Panther in the house?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. All I know is there's a Black Panther in the house. Okay, that's great. I guess he had a toy panther somewhere that we never see, or his mother is a radical. I don't know exactly what the situation is. So, back at the ranch, Sam and Rachel, Sam decides he's going to take a hike, basically. So he goes out with her. She wanders off at some point and just happens to find a bunch of mutilated animals. Freaks out, runs back to Sam, who is now cold and shaky and weak and probably needs to eat somebody. So they kiss. It's really romantic. And then they go back to the house, drink some wine. Rachel calls Tony and wants to check up on him, but he doesn't. Well, the clown answers the phone, as it turns out, but Tony's back at the house with a clown playing with a bucket of goop.
Yeah.
It's like pouring goop into a refrigerator or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they've tipped the refrigerator over onto its back and they're just pouring goop into it. And so it doesn't look like they're up to anything other than normal childish shenanigans. Like, oh yeah, we're totally ruining this refrigerator.
Shenanigans. It makes no sense at all. There goes the phone.
Don't worry, it'll all come together at the end.
Oh yeah, in one big bucket of goop. So Rachel can't get through. God damn it, my phone. Okay, so she can't get through, so she calls. I'll just hold it. What was his name? The maintenance guy was like Thomas or something.
Oh man,
I don't remember.
Jaflorgid?
Yeah, that's it. Jehovah. I don't remember exactly. Yeah. She calls him because she wants him to go check, and so we see him in his house talking to her on the phone. In the background is a photo portrait of Joseph Stalin. For no reason. It's fucking amazing. So she's like, hey, maintenance man, can you go check on Tony? And he's like, yeah, right. Thank you so much. No problem. Click, bitch.
And he's so polite to her on the phone. He's like, oh no, that'd be my pleasure, ma'am. Oh, not even a little bit of a problem in it. And then he's like, fucking bitch, as soon as he hangs up. Great one scene movie guy. Like, just
perfect.
Tippy top.
I love that there's actually some humor in this movie that is actually funny.
Yeah, him and the rear end guy. The guy that just aggressively rear-ends a car, and then skippity hops across the smashed-together bumpers to just go cheerfully say, whoopsie-doo, at the nice corpse in the passenger seat.
Oh, man, it's so good. We see Anna cocooned up in the corner in her disgusting way, I guess. She has a giant ovipositor, which is barfing out eggs. These gross, like, black, see-through eggs, like black wheeze inside it. It's so gross.
It's like if a giant alien soda fountain produced boba tea. It's fantastic.
And the clown is collecting them and putting them in the goop bucket, which is de-gooped now.
Yes.
The communist maintenance guy heads upstairs in the elevator, and all of a sudden the power goes out, and he steps off the elevator and encounters that spinning toy, which is apparently turned into some sort of phantasm weapon because it slits the man's throat and he dies.
Yes. It's a flying guillotine. It's beautiful.
It's amazing. Yes, it is. A fatal flying guillotine. So Rachel's really striking out. So she calls Joe. I like that, by the way, that she calls the maintenance man before she calls Joe. So she calls Joe. And in the meantime, while they're, like, wants him to go check or whatever, he's flipping through the newspaper, which looks like it's covered in, like, peanut shells, but he's flipping through the newspaper.
It's bird shit.
Oh, that's right, for this stupid bird. And he comes across this article about a woman, a victim of, a murder victim, this horrible woman's horrible situation for this woman, found dead in this car, and it's clearly the same woman, and it doesn't matter at all. It's just like, okay. For some reason, though, he sees it, and he's like, oh, Sam. Like, how the fuck would he know that? Oh, did he see the photograph?
He's holding the photograph.
Oh, that's why. Oh, that's so stupid.
And it's really stupid because, like, also, he's, like, holding the photograph and just staring deeply into the piles of his bird shit and doesn't even put it together that he's looking at two photos of the same lady until after he hangs up the phone. And then he's like, well, wait a minute. And then we spend, like, an hour-long montage of his face going through no expression changes as he slowly realizes, I think it's the same bitch, isn't it?
I love that.
Except he doesn't have a British accent.
Because he's American.
Yeah.
Fucking.
He's just trying.
Cunt.
Bloody awful. Now I've got to do something about it.
Fucking hell. Oh, man. Woo. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff.
That's this movie.
There it is.
Yeah.
Fucking Joe.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter.
Nope.
It just gets him going.
Mm-mm.
He just goes now.
So he tries to call Rachel. He wants to call Rachel now to tell her what's happening, but Sam is alien-fying the phone, so he can't get through. He runs.
The only thing he ever melts.
Yeah.
He's just like, phones are allergic to him.
So Tony grabs his keys, takes off. He's going to, rush out to the farm, and he gets out to his Range Rover, and Joe, is going to, rushes out to his Range Rover. Tony's sitting on top of it waiting for him, and there's that moment where he's like, what are you doing? Oh, that doesn't matter. Off to the ranch, mate. And then they take off for the farm, and there's like when all of this horribly boring action is happening in the movie, the director loves to do that thing that I hate, where it's like, instead of just showing you the scene, he has to break it into these tiny little bits and intersperse it with something else that's happening that's mildly interesting to try to, like, I don't know, zhuzh up the scene that is completely boring and didn't need to be there anyway. It's just like, he does a lot of that, particularly in the second half, especially like by now it's like pretty much the rest of the movie. So it's like farm, car, fucking car, like melting car. So they're on their
back into the eggy bedroom.
the eggy pudding. So they're on their way up to the farm. Rachel and Sam are now fucking, and but then they stop because she discovers that his back is like decomposed, melting. He's basically just dissolving, melting. Very quickly rotting. I don't know what's going on. He's like green and yellow and just
not doing well.
No, losing his man shell.
Yeah.
When Joe arrives with Tony, he runs in, grabs Rachel, orders Tony to stay in the car because that's going to happen, and then grabs Rachel and rushes her out. And then Melty Sam shows up because Tony, of course, gets out of the car and is off in the garden somewhere. And Melty Sam finds Tony, and they bolt off into the wilderness. Joe and Rachel, don't find them, so they take off into the wilderness. Of course, they catch up to them immediately because apparently Rachel's like part bloodhound. And then all of a sudden, Sam, who now looks like he's like in some sort of transition between guy and cool makeup, but this isn't the cool makeup yet. And so he's like, all of a sudden he turns and opens his mouth with all his little needle teeth and starts screaming at this weird pitch, which kills Joe, but does nothing to Rachel for some reason. And she runs up and, oh no, and he's got like not bloody, but like, he looks like he's been beaten about the ears. Like he got his ears bopped to death or something.
He's got cauliflower ear.
Yeah, to death. So she leaves him there because, fuck that guy. And takes off after Sam and Tony. And, Sam and Tony have now run up this hill towards the light in the sky. The alien ship has arrived to take them off. And she shows up and falls for no reason. And then Sam and Tony are like there. Now Sam now looks like a skinned chipmunk corpse or something. I don't really know. He has like these like pointy like snout teeth. They're like fangs or something. I don't like, but not fangs. They're like chipmunk teeth, like chipping teeth.
Yeah. I didn't entirely get it, but, it was bright, and there was, a lot of stuff flying around.
Apparently they like to chew on things up in their world. He sends Tony up into the beam of light. No, Tony is also looks like a burn victim, and then he sends Tony up, and then there's like this weird, like, upside down white rain thing going on, and then he goes up into there, and they take off for the alien utopia, leaving Rachel behind. We cut to the house again, or the apartment. Rachel has arrived home. She walks into what I'm assuming is the kitchen, but you don't know because it's glowing white and featureless, except for the upended refrigerator, which is now filled with whipped lime jello and those weird black water balloons with like red grossness inside of them, and they're pulsating, and she's like squeezing it really hard, like the end is puffing out. It's really disgusting. She has this weird look on her face, like and then it's obviously about to burst, and then the penis hand appendage thing shoots out of it and clamps to her mouth, and she freaks out and falls to the ground, impregnified, and the door closes, like we're like kind of like the camera's being pushed out the door closes, movie over.
Oh, so good.
Oh, so nice. Nicely done, HBD.
You can so tell that whenever he wrote when whoever wrote the script for this movie, they thought that the content was going to last longer, and instead they just had to, like, kind of draw these scenes out. Be like, I don't know, what if we showed him getting ready to get in the car?
That's what, a minute and a half at least, right?
Yeah. Wait, what if there was a downstairs neighbor lady who was nosy and she doesn't like snakes in her salad? We could eat up some time there.
The wonderful thing about this movie is that it's like, I think it's like 86 minutes long, and it's still way too long.
Yes.
But I love it.
Oh my god. It's so good when it's going.
It's fucking crazy. Like, it's very unpredictable. I would have never guessed that it was, like, packed full of that much craziness. I mean, I just thought it was known because the creature looked kind of cool. I had no idea that it was, like, so over the top. I just had no idea. It's fucking bonkers.
Yeah, it is great. Like, the lady with the enormous pregnant belly the size of a human being, an adult human man, and then it, like, stretching and ripping open, so good. Those eggs, the eggs in the refrigerator, and the fact that none of it makes sense. So that was an alien that came to this planet, walks around like a mime would, with a head upside down and everything, then kills a lady, kills a dude, steals his skin and clothes, then uses that guy's body to impregnate another lady with his mouth thing, and who then births him as a human again.
Sure.
Well, wait a minute. What happened to the... Wait a minute. What happened to the original alien that impregnated the lady?
He dissolved in her room, and the dog ate it.
That's right, yeah. And then that human baby that came out of her womb, because you needed a human to make this human baby, of course, is also then very slowly up until a certain point and then rapidly dissolving back into an alien?
Apparently? My word of the day?
And then, by assaulting his child, he also turned his child into an alien who didn't have to then get turned into an alien who impregnated a lady who would give birth to him. He just gets to go ahead and straight up be an alien. But then also, instead of it being the new boyfriend that makes sweet love to the French lady, and instead of it being the old husband who flirted with her, it turns out that the only member of this weird family that gets it on with the French woman is the little boy.
That's true.
And then his mother goes back home and is fondly caressing her grandchildren, who are the seed offspring of her alien son and her French maid, and that grandchild seed bursts forth and sexually assaults her in the face.
I believe you got it. Just in case you didn't feel like there was enough going on, I just want you to know that HBD went ahead and had a director's cut ending that he shot.
Yeah.
So here's what happens. Rachel, now pregnant with Sam's alien second child, goes home, finds that the eggs have already hatched into multiple clones of Tony. The clones come to her and rub her pregnant belly, and she smiles.
Oh no! That's awesome! That's way better!
It's like, why didn't they let him use that? What, the rest of the movie was so sanitary that they didn't want to spoil it?
Maybe that was the video nasty part. Maybe the British government was like, all right, we'll let you do it, but you have to take that last piece out. It's naughty.
The ending is far too naughty.
No.
I was all right until a point, but now you've gone too far. It's much, much too naughty.
It's indecent, it is. Okay. John?
Yeah.
How would you
Yeah, sure.
rate this movie on using a number of sixes?
Okay. I absolutely am giving this movie a 3-6.
Oh, nice.
I love it. It's yeah, I will be watching this movie again, even though I've already seen it more than once now. But I have to see it again because it's so ridiculous. I love it. Yeah, like you said, I mean, it definitely has some slow parts in it, but it is so fucking crazy and kind of coolly creative in its own really bizarre way. I mean, I thought it was going to be like Rawhead Rex or something, which I also loved, but was just this kind of foppish British country monster movie. And I just thought, well, okay, we're going to do the same thing, but with an alien. I had no fucking idea that it had, like, if you told me that it had major chunks of possession in it, I would have just been like, and then that there's a fucking ovipositor. Amazing. There just aren't enough of those in movies.
Yes. Yeah. No, I agree with you. For me, it's a 666. Yeah. Not fully on its own merit.
No.
Part of it is on its, like, obscurity merit.
Right.
So, like, it's a 6-6 movie, but a 666 horror movie watching experience.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, the like that is that huge ass thing, which is just her, and it's on the wall, and it's just like, it's so good.
Yeah.
All of the different practical effects in here are just, they're not top notch,
no,
but they're just such a refreshing surprise compared to, like, what you expect this movie to be. It's like really cool attempts at stuff and disgusting. Like, it is effectively disgusting, not effectively realistic, but effectively disgusting, and, like, I love it.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he had some really cool ideas for, I mean, it was pretty fully realized as far as how he wanted the gross shit to be. The story, well, that's it's a pretty, honestly, it's just a generic domestic drama with, like, elements of alien abduction nonsense, creature feature stuff. But then there's all this crazy fucking, like, I mean, I don't know. You could dig so deep into this movie and come up with all kinds of horse shit, but none of that stuff is really going on. It's just a disgusting movie. It's great.
Yeah. And it's influenced a lot of movies. Like, you can see, like, Daddy's Head. Mm-hmm. We reviewed that last year or whenever that was. That, like, a lot of this, I was like, oh yeah, this is like an old shitty Daddy's Head, but, like, with way gross.
Yeah.
And Men, like that whole, like, the giant birthing scene, I was like, wow, I get the feeling. And even, like, The Fly came after this, and we've got, like, the little startings of The Fly stuff going in here with, like, all of that skin shedding off. Like, it's great. Like, I think way more people in the movie industry probably saw this movie than, like, normal moviegoers.
Yeah, I mean, I could see this being, like, a midnight movie classic, and I can see why it's, it's definitely loved by horror people. Like, it totally makes sense. I mean, I guess it makes sense for all the other ones too, I guess. But this one earns it, man. This movie is fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's very much a B movie, but it is, like, the apex of B movie. Like, if this was on MST3K, like, and it's very much an MST3K movie, it would also be the one where they were like, you know what? Wait, I think I liked that. But, you know, if they were into gross stuff.
Yeah.
Which, you know, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah. It's good.
I love
Great movie. Yep. Great choice, John.
Oh,
thank you for finally getting me to watch it.
Me too. I'm thanking myself for finally getting me to watch it. I don't know.
Yeah, really good sure. Me, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we've been talking a while. I'm surprised we made sense that long.
Yeah. I guess we can gloss over real quick, like anything. Did you see anything worth talking about?
I watched True Detective Night Country. That was great.
I agree.
I watched Suspiria, the original, for the first time.
Oh.
Very colorful, very soundful. But to me, also, very boring.
Yeah, it's a little slow. I do love it, though.
Oh, visually and audibly, like, arresting. And so that was me. What about you, John? What content have thine consumeth?
We started watching season 2 of Andor, and we're 2 episodes in, and I'm wondering why we just spent an entire episode with a ragtag group of dumb characters who he leaves behind at the end of the episode, and it's not relevant to anything. But everyone says it's a great season, so I'm hanging in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful. It looks good, but it also looks like Narnia when you're with Mon Mothma, and it felt a little bit too much like Wicked, which I went to see with my wife because she wanted me to, and I fucking hated it.
Ooh.
So I'm struggling with it so far, but I know it'll get better. I hope.
Yeah.
I also watched the new, and I forgot to write the name of it down, the new Predator animated Dan Trachtenberg film.
Oh, yeah.
Kill-A-Roni with cheese.
I think that's exactly the title.
Yeah, I believe so. It's interesting. They call it an anthology, which I guess it kind of is, but then there's 3 separate storylines, but they all come together at the end, and that's kind of where you see the whole payoff of the whole story. It's got a lot of action in it. I don't think I liked it nearly as much as other people did. But it's really good. I mean, it was fun. It's got some cool stuff in it. It was a little bit of a letdown. It reminded me of the what's that Zack Snyder series, the series of 1,800-hour movies that are like kind of Star Warsy.
Oh, yeah, those horrible Netflix bullshits.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of that in a way. Yeah, if you watch both, you'd know what I mean. But yeah, it's worth watching. I mean, if you're like most people, you'll probably think it was the greatest thing you've ever seen and have to go clean the jizz out of your shorts. But I did not have the shorts jizzing experience, but I still liked it. It was all right. That's really all I watched that was worth mentioning.
Nice. We did it.
Yeah.
Did you rewatch Death Dream?
Oh,
Bob
the mighty
Clark's Death Dream?
I did not get around to it, which sucks because I wanted to watch it again. I will, but it would have been nice to have it done before we talked about it. But that's a fine film. Did you rewatch it?
I did. I loved every minute of it. For me, it's a 666.
Yeah.
It's so good, especially that scene at the end where like she helps him to the grave and he lays down in the grave and just starts scraping dirt onto himself. It's like, wow,
so good.
That's so much.
I love that.
So much Vietnam War.
That whole end section is just brutal. I mean, like emotionally just heavy. It's great.
Yeah, top stuff. What if you gave it? Would it be a 6, a 6.6, or a 6.66?
Absolutely a 6.66.
Nice. Handed these 6s out like baby candy.
That's right.
So in 2 weeks we're going to revisit Steve Miner's house, which this movie reminded me of when that G.I. Joe bullshit came in through the front door.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about it, but now that you say that, that's totally true. Yeah.
Yep. It also reminded me, like, the tank thing reminded me of, like, that weird Robin Williams movie Toys.
Yeah. Yeah. That's weird. It's weird how everybody, like, we both saw the same weirdness in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Great pick, Xtro. But that was the movie that we already watched, and the movie we're gonna watch next is completely different, no similarities to Xtro. You're not gonna get any weird slime, you're not gonna get any weird alien orifices, not gonna have people going missing in a wooded area, nothing like that. This is just a good, wholesome film directed by Courtney Roy. Courtney with a K. The movie is Cryptic, also with a K. At the beginning, it's a 2024 film. It's brandish new, and I think you'll like it.
Yeah, you had mentioned that before, and I haven't watched it yet, but I checked out the trailer and read a little bit about it, and it looks really interesting. I'm looking forward to watching. That's going to be a good pick. Yeah, you're right. It'll be different. Definitely different from Xtro.
Oh yeah. So if what you're hoping is for weird, gross slime or alien orifices and stuff like that, and abductions in the woods, this is not going to be your movie. So don't go in expecting any of that.
Fantastic, but still a fine film for its own reasons.
Yeah. Completely different reasons than those.
Okay, good. Cryptic with a K.
Cryptic with a K, it's important. Also, the director, Courtney, with a K, it's good.
It's cute. There's a theme.
Yeah, hopefully there won't be a third installment of that theme, or it becomes problematic.
It loses its charm very quickly.
It's like, ooh, KK, I'm on board. Uh-oh, where's this going?
1K too many.
Oh, no.
You never go full K.
No, you never go 3K. It's like our rating system. If we just had a typo...
What if we just had a whole movie podcast where we only covered racist movies?
Oh, no!
Oh. I'd give that one a KKK.
Oh, no!
Oh.
It's like, yeah, man, that movie was really racist. Not just, like, normal background level racist, but, like, actively engaged in racism.
It wasn't about racism. It was racism.
It was like a Hallmark Christmas movie, but for racism.
Oh, gather round ye burning cross. Oh,
no.
Oh. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're doing.
It's okay. It's only 2K.
Or else we'd be in trouble. Well, thank you for joining John and I as we went on this little journey. But thank you for sticking with us thus far, and please go forth and stick with us no longer.
And we're sorry you all have to die.